Look at us in our adorable, like, samurai armor gear setup.
It kind of looks like.
It does, doesn't it? Welcome back to On the Branch. Oh, eat the bug. Eat the special bug.
Bug, come here.
Come here. Mmm, tasty.
Delicious chiral bite.
Oh, acquired. You don't even necessarily eat them unless you want to. Oh, cool. So, yes, I found it. It was the 57 Kegger of New Brunswick was the episode title, and it was Sword the Court, episode 5. There you go.
Go watch it.
Everyone that heard us talking about it yesterday was like, oh, I don't know if I want to watch that.
I don't know if I want to search through their whole channel.
Let's just see that episode 5 in the middle of the series have 100 views while everything else has 10. Because we know how to title things, right?
Yeah.
Aren't you about enough dude to incinerate the president? Yeah.
I mean, I like the titles that we come up with. Some of them are really fun.
Yeah, I do see that. Like, boy, you look around at other YouTube channels that like title every episode of a thing, and we're top tier. I definitely associate that to our workshopping method of you just, you listen to the episode instead
come
of
up
just
with titles.
Instead of just cutting it up like rote. You actually listen through before you edit.
Yeah, to make sure that we don't say anything stupid like...
like almost giving...
Insert chain of bleeping out a bunch of stuff here.
Oh, yeah, we almost dox our friends all the time. Just constantly have to, like, bleep or just cut a couple seconds and doctor over it, like, slightly. There's a reason, like, we're just terrified of doing streamed content. Because we've been talking about streaming on Twitch for over a year now, but it's the, ooh, boy, what happens when we say, like, when we say, I don't know, any given friend's like full real name, or
like John the Branch.
Yeah, yes, that's my full name. How did you know?
Get busy, child.
Ooh, more stuff. Oh, we're back in high. We're in low friction mode.
We're in Rainsville.
Yeah, low friction. Gotta really plan those stops. Gotta hit the brakes early. Really get that ABS. Hey, we're building a post box.
Yep.
We're gonna be nice to everyone else that's traveling.
Oh, fucking goddamn it!
What? Oh, the fact that he's still talking to us?
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna tell us what to do. Is that the post op? No, that's a tool rack.
Yeah, that's the thing. The
oh, okay. All right.
Right.
I think it's anywhere in that circle is fine. Yeah. So yeah. Well, that's
pretty neat.
That's
He's gonna
pretty
3D print a fucking post box.
Yeah. When do we get these? Like,
it is printing. It says now printing.
Yeah. Can I get whatever one of those pucks is? Like, did we get alien technology sometime between the Stranding and now? Like, what's going on? I mean, I know the real reason. It's a game mechanic, and they just needed to do the thing.
Yeah.
Wow, you're doing really good on miscellaneous.
I love miscellaneous.
Yeah, you're so good at miscellaneous.
My favorite. Oh my god!
Can we drop a couple things in there now to like lighten our load? Like, how much can you drop in one of those things?
Let me see.
Don't entrust.
Wait a minute.
Oh, so entrust means like you're dropping it in that thing?
Yeah. I'm gonna hold on to this stuff because I can just go back to the way station.
Okay.
Instead of putting it in my mailbox.
Oh, if you put something in the mailbox, you're just storing it for later? Sam. Oh, and you can like just give away things? Wait, there are weapons? This game owns...
There's
actual
combat
weapons in this game? Like, I got the impression that there was zero, like, you like, shooting weapons or swings, like... My understanding was we don't get weapons in this game. Like, every other things have weapons, and we just have to survive. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe at the end we're going to be carrying around, maybe all we've been doing is
M14.
Our samurai training to like carry around 500 pounds of giant bazookas to just blow up the final boss. Who knows? Oh boy. Like, that's scary walking on those rocks, those wet rocks.
Just a little.
Aren't you afraid of slipping?
Nah.
No? No slipping? No tripping?
No slipping, tripping.
No slips, trips, and falls? I want to see
what this... Oh, that's just a free ladder. Cool.
Yeah. So, did somebody leave that from us? Did Galaxion give us a ladder?
That's what it looks like.
Or Galxtron?
Or you, like, died to, like, time rain.
Yeah, I did hear somebody told, oh gosh, I don't know. I've been trying to just stick with the spoiler-free reviews, and one of them did complain that all of this loot can make the game too easy if you go around picking it all up. Like, people give you so much free shit that it can reduce the difficulty of the game to not being fun. But hey, we're also on medium difficulty.
We're also having fun.
Yeah, we're not, you know, we don't have to worry, Diva. This is not easy mode.
Yeah, let's sip on that sick Monster Energy drink.
In our canteen.
Not sponsored. What was
Please sponsor us, Monster.
Yeah, why are we not wearing the sunglasses?
Yeah, wear your cool sunglasses. You had cool sunglasses this whole time you could have been wearing, and you weren't wearing them?
I mean, I guess.
Oh, it should shade us when we look in the first person if you're wearing the sunglasses.
Just darken everything.
Just like, no, not darken everything. It should like put up like just a transparent a filter that is the shape of the sunglasses that like covers like 80% of the screen but not all of the screen. You know
for anyone who's ever actually worn glasses and knows what we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. When you first put on glasses, it's horrible. Especially like my first pair, I wanted something with like I just liked thick rims and I liked the style when I tried them on and looked at myself in the mirror. But as soon as I started walking around, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've just partitioned my vision into peripheral vision and non-peripheral vision in a very stark way. Especially because my very first pair of sunglasses, I didn't get sunglasses until I was 18. My vision didn't start degrading until my late teens. I was actually in high school and I realized that there was a problem when not only could the teachers not adjust an overhead projector properly for some reason, but they couldn't adjust the whiteboard either. And that's when I said to myself, maybe it's not the overhead projectors and maybe it's not the whiteboards.
Well, my problem with the whiteboards when it came to that for me was it's actually certain colors on whiteboards.
Oh, like those light greens are really hard to see.
Anything that's like light green, light blue.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. That's a contrast issue though. That's not. It's blurry.
Yeah, but I mean, like, still, it's like I don't know why one they make those colors and two why they put those colors on all the fucking LEDs that have clocks on them now.
Yeah.
Like, unless I'm really close to our microwave or oven, I can't read those clocks.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that is kind of silly. I like those clocks, like, next to your nightstand so they don't blare out light when you're not looking at them, but...
like, otherwise it should be, like, red.
Yeah, like, my ideal clock is one that is just barely bright enough to see in the dark. Because if it's light out, I probably have my phone in my hand if I'm near bed.
Just make it red.
Yeah, just make it a light, subtle red. Green's okay too. Just not
dark
blue.
Green.
Blue is harsh and it wakes you up. Blue light is bad for your circadian rhythm. Well, artificial blue light, which unfortunately is some of the easiest light to make. Yeah. Well, because it's just easy to make. Well, our phones put out a ton of blue light. That's why they have the blue light filters on them. And I can't stand seeing that yellow. I like that vivid blue, visually, but it is bad for us and it makes us sleep wrong. I'm sure that's part of why we sleep. I mean, part of why we sleep late is because we just, I don't know. I've just never grown up into a morning person. I always thought when I'm 30, I will be one of those people that just wants to wake up at 6 o'clock because most of the adults in my life just naturally wake up at 6 o'clock, 6 or 7,
Yeah.
I remember being, in high school and having a really hard time waking up at 4:30 or 5:30 in the morning to, get up and get to the school bus on time. Whereas my dad would wake right up and he went to bed at 10.
As a young teen, you're not meant to be waking up that early.
Absolutely. But what I mean is that stuck with me. Yes, teenagers aren't supposed to be going to bed early or late or early and waking up early. They're supposed to be just the natural way human physiology works. Teenagers are supposed to go to bed around midnight and wake up around 9 a.m. They're supposed to sleep 9 hours. And we just don't let them because we're like, no, you need to do school and sports and extracurriculars. And if you go to a nice school, we're going to make it take an hour of commute every day.
If you saw, what was it? I think I can't remember that really fancy German fact website, the YouTube channel.
Gazette?
Yeah, that one.
Gazette.
I think they did a thing on schooling and why it's dumb that they started doing that just to save on buses
and so older kids could walk their younger kids around, or I don't know, that all seems. I think it's actually about the busing.
That seems like it's more of a bullshit reason.
I think it's the busing thing.
It's mostly the busing thing.
Yeah, and I'm totally with you on this. That it should not. We should start high school much later, including Magnet, and just live with the fact that sometimes the kids get home a little later. I don't know. There are lots of things to do. It's going to get reorganized a lot anyway. A lot more public schooling is probably going to go to being in the home for situations where high school kids are generally if you were a responsible kid like I was at 14 or 15, I was perfectly fine to be... If my school had been on an internet terminal, I would have been fine. Now, when I got to like 18 or 19 and became less responsible and did online classes and couldn't handle it, it was worse. But also online classes today are different than online classes when we were younger. Online classes today are much more like a group conference. They're much more interactive. They're not just turn in assignments, receive assignments, kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're a little more dynamic than they used to be. But yeah, going back, we are going to have to rearrange a lot of society and how transportation works over the next 20 years. So it might be that we cut out a lot of our transportation time. I certainly hope so. I certainly hope work that doesn't require to actually travel stops being required to travel. There's no reason anyone that works in an information field
has to go somewhere.
Has to go to work. Like...
Just work from home.
Why does Jason from MegaBearsFan.net have to go to a day job if his job is sitting at a computer, all day?
Let him use his computer
and his
at home.
only interaction with other humans at work is meetings that he could have over Discord with a video call. And now look at all that pollution you've reduced. There's one less human being on the road. Like, you're benefiting society. And maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we need to start giving incentives for companies that let people work from home. Like as in like tax incentives to say, oh, you're losing like 5% productivity. So like, here's a little kick because, you're an employee. He doesn't have to pay for a car now. Or
he doesn't necessarily
have to pay for less car. His car insurance goes down. He's not buying a car as frequently. He's driving a fifth as much. So his insurance, his fuel costs go down. His transportation costs go down tremendously, is the point. So maybe they can pay a little more in taxes to incentivize you to have him stay at home. There's lots of ways we can organize this societally.
Yeah.
But the point is, like, I'm just tired of driving. And I have a job where I have to drive. I fix things, I have to be physically there. Like, my brain and my hands need to be there at the thing.
Yeah, it's not like...
If they didn't, then a robot would already be doing what I do.
Exactly, but that's not for, 100 years.
Yeah, I'm going to get replaced by a robot in probably 50 or 100. You're probably going to get replaced by a robot in, 20, right? Maybe not the management side of what you do, but the actual
doing
side is I don't know.
It's one of those things that's hard to say because
you're probably going to be more automated, and there's going to be one of you instead of two of you.
If you look at it from where I work specifically right now, at Starbucks, coffee chain, however I decide to censor or not censor this, I don't know. I was trying to figure out if I needed to do anything else with those. Yeah, that'll probably be replaced sooner, but actual cooks and stuff like that. It's different because food doesn't cook at the same rates. Even though it's the same thing, a cut of meat will cook slightly differently, even though it's the exact same damn thing.
And that's not something like a camera and a sensor can figure out?
I don't know if a camera and a sensor can figure that out.
This is one of those things where it depends,
We'll have to see.
We'll have to see if the technology comes up right for it.
I'm sure it will eventually,
Boy, we look like we got a heavy load.
I'm sure it will come up eventually, but I don't know how soon that'll be because I'm...
Okay, what about the penultimate simple, you're working the grill, you're flipping the burgers? Is that something a robot can do in 10 or 20 years?
They already kind of do it, but not to the point that it's super automated right now.
So it's probably the next 20 years is going to be reducing the number of people in the kitchen, but not actually...
But not completely...
Yeah. So there will be
over.
in a McDonald's where there are 6 people.
They're already
have 4. I guess we've been doing.
They're already doing that.
Yeah, we've been doing that with auto order queue. We've been doing that for the last 10,000 years of human civilization, right?
Yeah.
But it seems like it's accelerating. We'll say it's happening within a generation instead of, within a dynasty of generations.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's happening over years instead of generations. Is a better way of putting it. Okay, what did George Baston leave us? Baton. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's a mailbox.
That's a really fancy looking mailbox. Do the mailboxes level up, or is that just to make it more visible?
I think it's leveled up.
How do you level up a mailbox?
Let's
use watchtower. Oh no, it's a watchtower. And there's also a structure menu, so maybe that tells you more information. Oh, cool! It's binocular. It's a telescope or a periscope, and you can probably zoom in and out. Descend, ascend. Ooh.
Fancy.
You gotta ascend all the way up, right?
This is all the way up.
Okay.
R3 to zoom in?
Okay, cool. You do have zooming in. Oh, it's only 2 steps, though? That doesn't look like it helps you very much. And you liked it? How dare you?
I mean, hey, he put in the effort, right?
Oh, I wanted to see if you go to the structure menu and like upgrade it or something. Maybe that's something you can collectively do.
Too late. I'm already past
That
it.
would be a good asymmetrical play mechanic, right? Or what's the term? Asynchronous multiplayer mechanic of, you know, person comes by and upgrades the thing. I'm trying to think what other games have done that.
This.
I've seen other games that do
There's
that.
something there. Hang on. There's a thingy in the ground.
You like go by and patch up the thing the other person did. Go pick up the bug though.
No, I don't want the bug. I want to see what this is. Hang on.
Oh. Yeah,
This caught my attention. What are you? Slow down, Sam.
X. Sam.
What? Hey, hi. What are you?
Maybe it's like a
Hello.
warning marker. It's not letting you do anything with it.
Nope.
Do you have context buttons?
I
Can
have
you
no.
like R2 or L2, or does it just does Sam just dance?
Sam just dances.
All right, well maybe we'll
But
figure out.
there's resins over there.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
Hang on, that looks like a person,
All right.
doesn't it? Where it says resins.
It's definitely not a person, but you know what? We'll see what's over there next time on the branch. How about that?
Hold on.
Oh, it's a person next time on the branch.